So this is Anthony Silva here with another video for the arrays and hatching set for the Neetcode 150 set. Um, so you may have noticed that if you watch my previous videos that I do most of the problems on Leetcode. So now you might be asking, why am I on the Neetcode platform? Well, it turns out that this problem that I'm going to try and do today, it apparently Leetcode requires a premium description or for me to solve the problem on Leetcode. And unfortunately, I do not have the money and resources to pay for such a description or subscription, whatever. So I ended up uh, trying how to use this platform instead to make sure I don't spend any money. But with that being said, today we're going to solve another coding problem. And it looks like today's problem is a string encode and decode function problem. All right, so looks like it might be somewhat security related. For those who might be going to security and might be asked a coding question like this, it makes sense, right? I mean, encoding and decoding stuff, but you know, this is just honestly just pretty basic stuff. It still could come in a regular interview probably. I mean, I don't know too much about how companies choose their questions, but who does? But anyways, let's try to give this a go. So, design an algorithm to encode a list of strings to a single string. The encoded string is then decoded back to the original list of strings. Please implement encode and decode. Example 1. So we have. All right, so we have 4 words in the input array, and then the same 4 words in the output array. All right, so, and then, oh, okay, so there could be characters other than lowercase letters. I mean, there could be colons. I see what the deal is. Words may contain any UTF-8-8 characters. All right, so that's a little. All right, that's a little bit of a challenge, but we can try to solve this real quickly. Strings should only be about 100 words. Word length should be less than 200. All right. Okay, so this might not be like the best solution, but it's one I could think of right off the top of my head. So first thing I want to try to do is try to encode the string, right? Because pretty sure that's going to be the first function that's going to be run. All right. So let's start with the encode function. So we have our 4 words. We want to combine them into a single string somehow. The problem with that is it might be difficult to separate the words out in the next function without having some like other character that stands as a placeholder to separate the 2 words in the string. So what I'm thinking is to store a resulting array, and then we'll look through each string, each word in the list of strings. And then we want to add the word plus Sorry, I accidentally turned my microphone off. But all right, so plus like hashtag symbol. That's the key I wanted to press. There we go. All right. So this little hashtag symbol would basically be the placeholder that serves as a separation between two words in the list. All right. So return. We're gonna call this a string actually, just for the sake of it. So return the resulting string. I had to change the wording here because I realized that we are actually returning a string here. All right. So that's the encode function, but now for the decode function. We probably once again want to store resulting value. And as it says here, it does ask us to return a list. All right. And now we want to declare some I value. Now, why not use a for loop here? Well, we can't exactly iterate through a string easily, through each character in a string so easily. We kind of want to use like this I value that might not increment the same way every time. So we want to use a while loop. So while I is still in the range of length of s, so that's our string length that we get as input. So for the string that we get as input, okay, and we want to get some j value. So what we're going to do is actually have our I value as a left window that captures the left endpoint of our word, and then j as our right window until no, that is the endpoint of the word that we're going to add to our list. So let's say declare j to be the first instance of hashtag after I. Right? Get the length of the word. And then add to the list s of j plus 1 to j plus 1 plus length. All right. And then we set our new I value to j plus 1 plus length. So we can move on to the next word. Unless we break the condition of our while loop, in which we will return our resulting list. All right. So that's the plan that I have set up for the two functions here. So let's try to implement this here. So we're going to start off with our resultant string here. So let's start with for s in strings, how about result.append no, you want the plus equals assignment output later. So it's gonna have to be like string of the string of s, that's s, and then we'll add a hashtag here, and then we add the s itself, right? That's pretty simple steps. So now we return the result. Okay, now let's do the encode function. Let's try the decode function real quickly before we try to run any tests here, because they're gonna fail no matter what since we don't have anything here. Because if you try to run this, it's gonna throw an error at us because, well, we don't have anything defined here. So then our goal here is to get whatever is our input of encode to be our output of decode. All right. So let's go back to this plan. So let's get a resultant list going. Then we start the first index of our string here. Again, so since we have this sort of thing going on here, our I incrementing is not very consistent, so we have to use a while loop here just to avoid confusion and extra typing. So while I is less than length of s, how about j equals we can find our hashtag from index I. The length will be our word that we're trying to get here. The length will be returned as an int. All right, and then we append this from our plan. So this will simply return the word as a simple entry in our list, and then we'll set I to be j plus 1. Let's see if that works. And then we can return the result here. All right. So let's see if this works. All right, that worked. Let's try to submit this. Awesome. So yeah, that's our problem for today. Okay, we managed to solve it just fine. All right. So it said it was a Leetcode medium. Yeah. Yeah, but it was honestly felt like it was a pretty easy solution. Maybe we could have been a little bit more challenging to like encode decode strings by not having to add like this extra character and all. But I literally just did this for the sake of trying to keep it simple, because we're probably not going to have a whole lot of time to like maybe like design some AI system that will encode and decode strings for us. Like it can identify the different words in a string, but it probably won't have time to develop some crazy system. If only there was. But sad. But yeah, this is pretty interesting problem. You got to design two functions. You got to really try to understand what the problem is asking here. If you do get this problem in like an interview or something, maybe you want to clarify with the interviewer how exactly they want you to do the encoding and decoding functions. Like I gave one that as like a character in between every word for the encoding string. However, the interviewer might not be happy with that, so they might ask you to try not to use any kind of spacing in this regard. Just keep that in mind. Maybe look up another solution or two to see if there's something like I'm gonna try to do so as soon as I'm done with this video. But yep, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to see my next coding video, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. As always, I will post a C++ and Java solution in the comment section below, and don't forget to check out all the links in the description that I provide as well. And once again, if you want to try to do this problem on Leetcode, unfortunately, you will have to purchase a subscription first. So if you want to spend like $15 a month or something like that on Leetcode Premium, go for it. But you know, that's just a tip of tea. So I ended up having to do this problem on here. So apologies if there was any confusion on here, but hopefully it wasn't too bad. My dad, I just ended up having to change it up today. But anyways, thanks again for watching today. So long.